Did you know that right now we can create forms, for example for surveys, for registrations, for contact forms in 100% with AI? So JotForm is a platform that specifically is for creating forms with drag and drop manual setup. However, right now they integrate it with ChatGPT, so we can use JotForm inside the application to run a prompt and tell to create a form from scratch without us doing anything. So we can literally add something to the form, edit the form, modify it, and do much more. So in this video, I'm gonna guide you throughout the entire process. From creating the entire form with ChatGPT, editing that, modifying, and then we are gonna take this form into Zapier to build a powerful automation that's gonna automatically send emails to people that we chose. Okay, so the first step is to go to JotForm and set up an account because we need that later to connect to ChatGPT. I will put the link in the resources of this material, so open the link and then you can literally sign up for free. Additionally, if you use that link, if you consider purchasing a subscription later, you've got 50% discount instead of 20, for example, here. So, for example, with the free trial, we've got 5 forms. We can create 5 forms. We've got 100 monthly submissions, but with the bronze subscription that costs $34, we've got 25 forms and 1,000 monthly subscriptions. And once again, you've got 50% discount instead of 20, so 30% more. I think it's a great deal. So open the link because otherwise you won't apply for this specific promotion. Even if you don't consider purchasing the subscription right now, maybe you will do it in the future. And by this way, you can save this exclusive gift and use it later. But now, once you have your account, you can go to this page. Also, I'm gonna link it for you. And then you can click on Connect Now. So literally we can connect JotForm to ChatGPT. We can click on Connect. We have an option which is Reference Memories and Chats. I'm gonna enable it. And I can click on Connect JotForm. So now JotForm is connected and we can click to start a chat. And then what it's gonna do actually, it's gonna add a JotForm as an extension. So if you wanna add it manually, you just click on the plus, you just click on more, and then you will have the JotForm. And now it's gonna work with JotForm and create for us a form. So we can create firstly a simple prompt. Create a lead form for a marketing agency with name, email, company, budget range, and project description. Let's run it. And then it's gonna pop up for us the entire interface, which is kind of new when we use JotForm. So first it's gonna ask to create a form itself, and then it's gonna create the form inside. Usually it doesn't take that long. So right now it's loading the form. It's pretty immediate. And now we can notice that we've got the first form. So we've got the full name, last name, email. Just take a look. We've got full name, last name, email, company name, budget range. So everything we wanted. And now if you want to edit this specific form inside JotForm, you've got a button which is edit in JotForm. You can literally just take the control over this form here. So we can add your logo. You can change the background. You've got all the settings. So everything you can do inside. However, right now we can literally make changes within ChatGPT. Also, when we click on this option, we can expand the view. And right now I want to add another field, which is going to be about service needed. So maybe the customer wants to purchase a service for SEO, ads, AI automation, website, and so on. So right now I can write the prompt. Additionally, I can follow with the visual changes. For example, I want this form to make it better. Additionally, run a bit more these, I would say, brackets, so the corners. So I can type the following prompt. Firstly, please add another field, which is a drop-down menu for service needed. For example, add SEO, AI automation, etc. Change for me the background color to light blue and run the corners a bit more in the brackets. And then it's gonna ask if we allow to make the changes. Firstly, so we can click on edit the form. Now, when we expand the form, we can look up for the changes. So the blue background is applied, really beautiful. Then we've got rounded corners, and at the bottom, we should have an option which is service needed. But now for better visibility, I'm gonna open it in JotForm itself, and I'm gonna preview it here. So what we have, service needed, add SEO, AI automation, social media management, web design, and other. Very nice. Additionally, remember you can edit this thing inside JotForm. We can change the position, or even we can ask ChatGPT to do this. However, I want to show you and want to tell you that you can work with two applications simultaneously. For example, you can create the form from scratch with ChatGPT, and then, for example, here make major changes. However, if you've got something minor, like changing the theme, or even changing a bit the page color, the form color, or font color, you can do this inside JotForm and do it very, very quickly. So for example, right now I can really customize the thing just rapidly, okay, and without any issues. We've got here the styles, themes, layout, and so on and so on. But now I'm gonna go back to the previous design, which is kind of similar. And what we can do else when it comes to ChatGPT, we can literally ask it to fulfill the form with sample data. So it's gonna save us a lot of time. So I can just type, please fulfill that form with a sample data for me. So now we have the name, Alex Carter, email, employer, financial, and other. We can create a submission. And now we have the data inside. Additionally, I'm gonna create another submission here. So for me, once again, let's say it's gonna create another submission. And I'm gonna show you how we can even preview that inside ChatGPT, because the thing you can do is to literally just write, please show me all submissions in that form. Okay, it's done. Let me run this prompt. And then it's gonna pop up for you the specific database where you can expand the view and just preview the details about the submissions. So also you can preview it inside ChatGPT. However, if you wanna do this inside JotForm, you can go here and go to tables. And then you're also gonna see all the submissions right there. So let's wait a while. So we have all the submissions here. We can download all of them. Additionally, we can add a new tab, which is a table, calendar, boards, and much more. Additionally, what you can do with ChatGPT is to ask it to delete some field inside your form, maybe modify the type of it, so from drop down to a text, or even you can ask it based on the submissions to analyze the data, trends, maybe just summarize the feedback, or even analyze the feedback and much more. So you can work either with the form and the submissions of that specific form. But now we'll take this form to the next level, because we are gonna create the automation on top of that. That's gonna be able to literally take contacts from our Google Forms and contact them via email. So whenever you've got any contacts, maybe you've got some contacts list, or even you wanna just contact some people and don't send separate emails to them, literally this automation is gonna do it for you. So we can go to Zapier. Also, I'm gonna put the link to that app in the resources. And here you just set up an account and it's very easy. Also, creating the automation is gonna be very easy. Just follow step by step what I do. You just click on create button and then you click on Zaps. And once we are here, we see the trigger and action. Trigger is a starting point of the workflow of the automation. So simply speaking, what needs to happen in order for this automation to run every time? Because this automation is gonna be 24/7 available. So in that case, whenever we've got a new row inside the Google Sheets, so new contact that contains the name and email, then we trigger this automation and then the notification is gonna be sent. So firstly, as a trigger, we pick Google Sheets. And then as a trigger event, we pick new spreadsheet row. We need to connect our account. It's very simple. Just click on select and then click to connect a new account. And you will be redirected to this page. That's very convenient. Follow just the step-by-step process here. For now, I've got my account connected, so I can pick it. And then I can click on continue. And right now I can choose a spreadsheet, which is the Jot form. And this form is very simple because inside we've got name and email. You can copy this form from me. I will put also that in the resources. You just click on file and make a copy and you can literally use it right away. So right now I can connect my Jot form worksheet, which is sheet 1. I can click on continue and then test the trigger. So search for any submissions that were provided previously, because on that we'll just base the entire automation. Okay, so we've got this submission and the next thing is gonna be the Jot form. And now what I'm gonna do is to provide an email from Google Sheets literally in this field. So I can click on this plus and click on email from Google Sheets. And that means whenever we'll have a new row inside our sheet and a new email, it's gonna send to each contact our assigned task. And then for the invitation message, I can type, hey, it's a form for you to fulfill. Thanks. Whatever, it doesn't matter. We can just type something like this. And now we can click on continue and we can test the step. So literally send a request on this email to the person about submitting the form. So we have the notification that looks like this. Hey, it's a form for you to fulfill, thanks. And now we can view the form by clicking here, so everything works. Okay, so this is the form. But now, what we can do, we can publish the automation. Because now it works, we can publish it. And from that moment, it's gonna work 24/7. And whenever we submit the new name and the new email, so basically a new row, it's gonna send an email with assigned task. So right now, let's test out this workflow. Now it works and it looks up for any changes inside the file. So I can just go ahead and just type the name, which is a test. And then once again, I'm gonna type, maybe let's type the first email. So other email. And now I can wait for my assignment inside Gmail. Additionally, when I go here, I come back right there and I'm gonna go to Zap History. I will be able to see if we have a run of this workflow, so if it worked. And now we can just wait a while. And after a minute or two, we have the successful run. So we can just preview it. And right now, when we go there, we can take a look and the email was sent with success. And the email was this one. And right now we can go to our Gmail. And we have a notification that, hey, a form is to fulfill, so everything works correctly. So in this video, from scratch, we created the entire form in 100% by using AI. Additionally, we actually connected that to our automation platform that speeds up the entire process. So whenever we've got a new lead or a new person that's gonna pop up inside our Google Sheets, then the automation triggers and it sends an announcement to Gmail or any email platform that, hey, a form to be fulfilled. Additionally, remember, you can go ahead and inside Google Sheets, maybe you can import the data. So just, I don't know, 20 contacts, 30 contacts, 100 and so on. And then what it's gonna do, it's gonna send emails to all of these people. So for now, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about creating forms with AI if you find it helpful. Of course, I encourage you very strongly to go out, open the Jot form, just set up an account, open ChatGPT, just do forms, practice, practice, and practice. Also remember about the special pricing. So if you use the link that I provided you, of course, it's up to you if you want to do this. However, if you open it, you've got 50% discount. So if you ever consider to purchase a subscription, you don't have 20%, which is the casual value. However, you've got 50%, and now for month, like for 25 forms, 1,000 monthly submissions, you pay only $20 per month. So I think it's very worth it. Once again, it's up to you. For now, thank you for watching this video. Once again, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next material.